Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. A Monday afternoon, a blustery Monday afternoon, very hot here. I got Fluffy having a snack in the background, and I have the Venetian Tarot on the tarot table. There's conspiratorial energy with the Venetian Tarot, which is why I'm using these cards for this reading. I got this tarot deck, I think, on Etsy. I can't remember. It was years ago that I got it. But anyway, it's an interesting tarot deck. It tells you very interesting stories. And the story we're going to look at first today is the story of the Invictus games, the Ingriftus games, as some people have wittily called it. Not me, not my original name, but I'm going to borrow it for the sake of this reading. Lady C was asked about the rumors about big debt, the mysterious removal of two of the most senior officers. I did a reading on it a while ago, but I'm going to do another reading, a 5-card reading on the Invictus scandal, as Lady C calls it. And I have to remind you, of course, that it is just speculation, and that is her term. She says that she has heard from sources that there is a financial trouble brewing, in fact, a scandal brewing. And I quote, "Invictus is supposed to be a charity, not a gravy train or platform for narcissists." I'm quoting from Lady C. And she says that, according to her source, a lot of the puff pieces we're seeing around and about, this blitz, this media blitz that we've been getting from Harry and Meghan, is to cover up and distract our attention away from what she describes as a brewing scandal. So we're going to have a look, a little 5-card reading. We're going to see the state of the Invictus finances. We're going to ask if there is possibly, as rumored, a scandal brewing, whether it has anything to do with Harry and Meghan themselves, and what will the outcome be for them. In my previous reading, I did see two unfortunate outcomes. I saw that Prince Harry was likely going to be removed at some stage from being the head of the Invictus Games, the public figurehead anyway, and that the games themselves might not survive. But I'm asking today very directly if there is any sort of financial scandal brewing, as Lady C has said, has speculated. Her sources have apparently intimated that there is a scandal brewing, and I want to know what the ramifications are going to be for Harry and Meghan. Whether this is really why we're seeing so many articles about them all over the place. We're not looking at the Christmas will they, won't they thing today. I don't have the stomach for it. We will get there in the course of the week. One more shuffle. But right now we're just mopping up. We're looking at financial stories today. That's the theme for today. Little 5-card reading, Invictus Games, the alleged brewing scandal that we are being told to look away from. Fact or fiction, according to the energy of the cards. This is just tarot, of course, for fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation. I'm just reading energy here. And of course, disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what the Venetian Tarot have to tell us about this story. And we have the, ooh, such a telling card. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse. A bad investment. Very bad investment. That's what that card is literally about. Stacking barrels there. Stockpiling your goods that you have stockpiled. That's the 7 of Pentacles. Your investments, your security. In the reverse, poor investment, a lack of security, a loss of money. Can have a slightly gambling kind of energy. I'm not accusing anyone at all of gambling, to be quite clear about that. But I am saying that the underlying energy of this reading is talking about money that has been frittered away, that has possibly not been used for the thing that it was supposed to be used for, and that now when they come to take stock, the cupboard is bare. The metaphorical cupboard is bare situation that we are dealing with. Today, oh dear, we're dealing with the Two of Cups in reverse. That is a breakup energy. That is a partnership that is coming adrift at the seams, falling out of love with each other. It doesn't have to be a romantic partnership, of course. We're talking about a charity and their head. They've already lost, as I say, 2 senior figures have been removed summarily without any public explanation. I assume that their financial records are going to be made public quite soon. But here we have a falling out of a relationship that was a very emotional one, very connected, very passionate about each other. More than just a business relationship, there was an emotional investment in the connection, and now it is coming apart. That's interesting. So how are the finances at the Invictus Games? What's going on? Not the first time we've looked, but the moon. That's tricky stuff. That's secrets, that's stuff going on that is being covered up. The moon is about fog and confusion and suspicious circumstances and doubt and fear, and it's very concerning. If you see a card like that in a financial reading, the moon, you would be worried. If you were an investor and the investors are finding out that perhaps they are investing in something that is not giving a good return, and it's not obviously a business investment, it's investing for other kinds of returns, charitable kinds of returns, uplifting people, helping people, that sort of thing. But here we're finding with the moon card that there is something going on that might be untoward with that moon card, that might be being covered up. That you might have to scratch around, you might have to get people like auditors in to investigate and find out what's really going on, because with the moon card it's very hard to see what is really going on, and that is precisely what Lady C was insinuating, that there is an attempt to distract from a brewing scandal. That's the moon, and there are people there that know what's going on, and there are people there that are afraid of the truth emerging. So is there a scandal brewing? I've already got an answer with the moon. So what else does the universe want to add to that story? We've got a Pentacles card, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, there is, because the 2 of Pentacles is a juggling act, as you can see, quite literally. Balancing your resources, balancing the books, being transparent. You've only got so much money, so you're very frugal with how you spend it and how you allocate your resources, and you make sure that everyone gets the fair amount with the 2 of Pentacles upright. But in reverse, things go awry, things get out of control, things get unbalanced, and perhaps the wrong people are getting the wrong money. Money going to people, situations, clothing, hotels, expenses, stuff like that it shouldn't be going to. It's being allocated poorly, improperly, and leading to a situation that has now careened out of control with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, absolutely there is a problem here according to the cards, and as I always say, it's just energy that we are looking at here. I'm not accusing anyone of actual wrongdoing. We're talking about whether money might have been allocated in a rather uneven way. Let's put it like that. What about Harry and Meghan? How are they implicated in this, if at all? Looking at rumors, oh my, we got the 5 of Swords, the fighting card, conflict. They have led to their participation in the Invictus Games, and I would say in particular her participation in the Invictus Games has led to conflict. People have been arguing about this internally. It has led to discontent, people being getting quite hot under the collar about it. I think there have been many fights. I think that what we have seen in public and what we have heard in public about alleged debt and these people being removed is just a public face of these internal conflicts that possibly have been going on for quite a while with that Five of Swords. The Five of Swords has a bit of a feud energy in this tarot deck, the Venetian tarot. It's a bit of a Romeo and Juliet kind of a vibe. And we all know how that ended up. So how is this going to end up for the Parkles? Ultimately, if there is, as Lady C seems to think, a scandal brewing that might implicate them riding a gravy train for their own benefit instead of for the benefit of the games. And we've got indications: Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, the Moon, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Swords. So what's going to be the outcome for Harry and Meghan of all of this? We got the Knight of Wands. That is, it's not catastrophe, not at all, but it is somebody who might get moved along with the Knight of Wands. It's somebody who's quite volatile, a showman. I think that there's going to be a bit of a rearguard action that we're going to see before the great finale. The curtain falls on the Invictus Games, and anyway on Harry and Meghan's participation in the Invictus Games. I think we're going to get a bit of posturing. That's what the Knight of Wands represents to me. And I would think that we're seeing in the cards, we're seeing what Lady C was talking about, the puff pieces in the news to distract from a brewing scandal. That is the Knight of Wands for me. That's that energy of look over here and don't look over there. See, I'm a showman. See, I'm doing well. But it's quite youthful energy, the Knight of Wands. It's not reliable energy. It's not somebody who's solid, somebody who's around for the long haul. It's somebody who's a bit of a flash in the pan energy. Somebody I wouldn't rely on, especially when it came to financial matters. Somebody who's volatile, prone to tantrums and displays of ego, but somebody who thinks that they are indispensable to a situation because they have that show-offy energy, the Knight of Wands. So it's not the end yet, not at all, but there is definitely something going on with these cards, as I've already said many times in this reading. There is something going on, but we are going to be distracted by this Knight of Wands. He's going to do his absolute best to put on a show for us, and that show, I guess, is going to be in Canada at the beginning of 2025. And is only going to be after that, I should imagine, that the true story of the Invictus Games is going to emerge. Although, if financial records are published before that, as they probably should be, we might see something that is quite uncomfortable, certainly with that Moon card floating around and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. That is the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.